Okay, it's about 5:30 or 6:30 here. Gonna get started again. I was hoping to start at 5:30. For some weird reason, I completely forgot to turn on my alarm last night. It could be worse. So we'll just get going. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Good morning. Yes, I am still hauling manure. It is Tuesday late morning, and been hauling since 7. I guess I didn't actually get started till 7. Still going at it, and there's calling for rain any minute now, so we'll see how far we get here. I'm almost done this field. It's a 40-acre field or so, I think. I'm not sure what field I'm going to next, but we're gonna keep going until we get rained out here. Well, looks like this will be the last load. Luckily, we almost had the field full anyway. This might be the last load, even if it wasn't raining, but it's starting to rain, so we're gonna run into a situation where it's too muddy. So perfect timing. Got the field full right when it started raining, so we'll take the win and take the pump home, get it set up in our pit. We can start stirring. Hopefully get it all stirred up by the time the ground dries again. We can start hauling our own. Okay, we're on the last strip. The rain actually kind of stopped, but this is all I could haul anyway. This is the last field he had here, so gonna get her finished up. We're gonna move the pump home. There it is. Didn't have quite enough for the bottom corner here, but it's not worth coming back for that little bit. Gonna make the road a little muddy on the last load, of course. Not too bad. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. And not necessarily from me. All packed up, ready to go. Okay, got the pump set up in our pit here. Dad's gonna start stirring here soon. I'm gonna go to the shop and grab some oils to top up some levels here. The hydraulic oil needs a bit. I don't know how much. Tractor's sitting forward a bit. And we need to throw some 80W90 in the back there just to make sure it doesn't run out. Okay, bring the tractor home here now on the manure spreader. Dad's stirring. I'm gonna go move the pump here shortly. And I don't know how long it'll be yet before we get everything stirred up. Okay, I was just helping Jake milk here tonight. Almost finished here. And then gonna head out and see how far Gare got the pit stirred. And hoping to start hauling tonight. I don't know if it's raining yet or not. I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. Hey, Gare went home for the night. I got her moving. I got her moving, Gare. But once you get it going around like this, you're set. So I stepped into the warmth of the tractor. I've never seen so much foam before. I hope it goes away once we get the crust stirred in. I don't know what's going on here. So I got to thinking, I don't comment on enough of the comments. I don't comment back on enough of the comments that I see, and I do read them all. I do appreciate them all. I explained before, for some reason, my phone doesn't allow me to. I don't know why. Tried to fix it. Anyway, I do try to get on it, hop on my wife's phone, Annalie's phone, and reply to them sometimes when I can, but I figured I can read them, so I might take 2 or 3 comments each video from my last video and answer them if they're questions or statements. So one comment is from Steven. It says it looks like you have a lot of manure to haul or something like that. Yes, Yes, we do. We have, so this pit here, 1.3 million gallon. And then we have our pit down by the barn that we pump up from, and that's 400,000. So 1.7 million gallon will we be hauling everything this spring. Well, I'm not quite sure if we'll be hauling everything, but we do have a lot of ground to cover, including a lot of rented ground around here. Not to mention the custom manure hauling we do as well. So, and another comment from Spalthammer, all the way from Switzerland. Thanks for watching. I always wanted to visit Switzerland. I don't know why. It just seems like a nice country. And he asked how many cows we milk, and we milk around. We can tie up 91 cows, I believe. Right now we're milking around 85, if I were to guess, 84 maybe. Okay, so it's only 8 o'clock, but I'm not having any luck stirring it. I think I'm working against myself. The wind is extremely strong wind, gusty wind tonight. It's pushing against me. That's got to be the problem, because everything's loosened in the pit. I had it going around really good, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and now I can't get it going around again, and that's never been a problem before. So I think I'm just working against myself with the wind. I was hoping to actually get hauling tonight, but you know what? Things don't always go like you hope, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. We got a little bit of wind last night, took off the part of the roof off the commodity bay here. Luckily we didn't get any rain. Flip it back on for now, it's on top there. So these are kind of cool pieces of steel, they're like lock and groove. Jake and I put on this roof probably 8 or 9 years ago. Steel we had around here when we bought the farm. It's really handy stuff. So I got it back on here. I don't have it screwed yet. It looks like we could have used longer screws. So I think what we'll do is we'll take all these screws out of here, and I think we have a bit longer ones. If not, we'll go get some, and that should fix the problem. Anyway, for now that'll keep the rain off, and then we'll come back and do that sometime today. There's some more wind damage. I think that's the only steel that I've seen off. Got to get that fixed also sometime here. That's like the windiest I've seen it here in the last 10, 11 years since we moved here. It was the gusty kind of wind where it wouldn't be too bad. Also just this crazy gust would come along, and yeah, it was pretty windy. But I think that's all the damage I see, so could be worse. Okay, we got the steel back on. Wasn't too much work. It's lock and groove steel, so it's pretty handy steel to work with. Got to screw it down yet. Sometime today. Okay, so I had our mechanic come over to diagnose what the problem is. I had a sneaking suspicion it was the starter, and it turns out it is, so I'm going to take it off here and send Dad away to take it to, I don't know if we need a new one or if we can get it fixed, but I'm going to take it off once. Okay, 3 bolts later, got it out. I always found this stuff kind of interesting. So, okay, I didn't grow up a mechanic, so every time I take something apart, it's just like, oh, that's how that works. So like there's things I probably should know that I don't, but so yeah, it's just a gear here that cranks over and turns the big gear in there, right in there. It also looks like the tarp blew off of the chicken coop. It's just on this side still. I don't think anything's wrecked, but I haven't looked too close. So we ran through a ton of fuel here already, tank full here on this pit. Just refueling it. Dad's gonna stir it up a bit more today. I think it's too wet to haul, but if we can get it stirred up, and then we'll be ready to go when we can. It's not coming out very fast at all. Probably, I'm guessing we need a new filter on here. I don't think we have another spare. So you might wonder why our farm name is Pond Bank Farms when we don't have a pond or a bank. And that would be a good question. So, on the farm, before I was born, the farm where my dad, where I grew up at, and when my dad named the farm, this comes from, we've had this farm name since we had our old farm. And when he named it, we had a fairly big pond there with a fairly big bank. So that's why we're called Pond Bank Farms. And we decided to keep that up here and stay true to our roots, I guess. So for my next project here today, we have this problem sometimes. See how the door's not quite closed? When the power goes out, it resets it somehow, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand what goes on, but basically what we try to do to fix it, and sometimes it doesn't work, is shut the power off to the door, restart it, and try again. So I forget which one it is now. East door opener. No, well, maybe that's it. Let's try it. See if there's any power here. Oh, okay. That's not the right one. Okay. Found it. Found it. Overhead doors, outside light. Should turn it off. Yep. Turned it off. We're gonna keep it off for a little bit, try to reset it. I don't know, this is the only door we have the problem with. The rest of them all closed properly after the, yeah, so the power flipped on us, or switched on and off last night. It was off for a few minutes maybe. Okay, so I put the breaker back on. I'll just wait for this to kind of figure out. Okay, door is ready, press open to start. And you can see it goes really slow. It's just I don't know, I don't quite understand, but we'll let it open and hopefully it'll close. Okay, fingers crossed. Come on. I don't have a lot of hope, actually. Sometimes you gotta try it a few times. I'll probably try it one more time if this doesn't work, and then leave it. It's gonna go, it's gonna go, it's gonna go, it's gonna go! Yes! Okay, now off to do something more important. So Gare got the starter back. Well, he actually got a brand new starter. It was $100 more than fixing the old one, so may as well. It's got I don't know, don't ask me to explain it, but it's got something on it that is supposed to help it turn over easier, the starter turn over easier, and get the whole thing moving easier, I guess. So we're gonna go put that on now. So there's a little more wind damage around Jake's house. You can see the flashing blew off or bent off there. Okay, here's a new starter for this tractor. They definitely make them more compact than the old ones. Let's get it in there. Okay, that just fits in there like a dream. Just got to get the wires connected yet. And our issues with the TW20 might be over for now. We know they're not over forever. It's an old tractor, but it'd be nice if it worked for a while. Okay, got the starter installed. I guess we'll find out soon if I installed it correctly. While I was in here, I changed the motor oil as well. Got the motor oil back in. I guess now for the big reveal. Now my guess is that I probably did something wrong and it's not going to turn over, but that's a good sign. I heard a click. Oh, that turned over nice. We did it. All right. TW20 hooked back up to the mixer. I will say it is a good feeling to have the 6190 off of there, ready for field work. I do have to do a little bit of maintenance on that one yet. Front hubs, front axle, oil change. That might be it. Okay, we're gonna head up here and screw this down a bit better. Almost broke. Okay, so that's the size that was in. This is the size I'm putting in. Should definitely be able to, should be a bit better. It's rainy, it's wet. It's kind of hard to video while I'm doing this, but we're getting her done. I'm running out of screws quicker than I was hoping, but I should make it to over to about there maybe, which is about as far as they came off. So I think I can figure out why this side of the roof didn't rip off. That's the kind of screws that should have been over here. Okay, that project is all done. Gear is still stirring here. I'm off to mixed feed now. I apologize to whoever thought this video, I actually thought so too, would be the Canadian Dairy Expo. That'll be next video actually, because that'll be the end of this video now. But we'll get you a lot of content next video, don't worry. As per the usual, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe so you can see more videos like this one. Like I said, next video will be starting off with the Dairy Expo, and I'll be trying to get a bunch of video of that, the Canadian Dairy Expo in Stratford. And also, don't forget to like it and share it to your friends if you think it's something your friends would enjoy. We'll see you in the next one.